Alright guys, I just got through watching WWE's Night of Champions pay-per-view. So it starts off, we start the pay-per-view off with Triple H coming out saying that tonight's main event that the corporation are pretty much banned from ringside. So he bans the corporation from ringside, and he bans the whole locker room. Like no one can come out to the ring for this match. He says he wants to call it right down the middle and find out who's the true man, the true face of the company. So then we go, before Triple H can finish what he has to say, out comes Paul Heyman, who says that he hasn't slept, ate, or took showers in weeks because of what's this match with CM Punk. And he says that it's not fair, and Triple H says he knows what's best for business. So he says, you know what, Triple H, what's best for business and not for me to have to fight CM Punk here tonight. And so Triple H says, you know what, this is Night of Champions, and you know, you're gonna fight. And Paul Heyman says, you're making a big mistake. And Triple H says, you know what, I have made a big mistake. This is Night of Champions, every title is on the line, so that means this Intercontinental Championship will be on the line. So he says, you know what, you guys wait right here, I'm gonna go to the back, and whoever the first superstar runs to, that's the guy Curtis Axel got to defend his title against right now. So he goes to the back. Next thing you know, we hear Kofi's music. Out comes Kofi. Kofi, the same man who has beaten Curtis Axel 2 times in the last 2 weeks. Out comes Kofi. They have a back and forth match. Kofi was really giving it to Axel. Axel was giving it to Kofi. Kofi even did a lot of good high flying moves. And Paul Heyman was nervous in the whole match. And at times, it looked like Kofi was going to pull this thing out. But in the end, Curtis Axel retained the Intercontinental title. So then we go to the back, and we see my girl AJ Lee, the best Divas champion in the game right now, the best diva in the game right now, skipping down the hallway, and she runs into Alicia Fox, Oksana, and Layla. She says that are you guys ready to go out there with me to the ringside and watch me take on the 3 total Diva cast members? And they say, you know what, we agreed with you last week, AJ, but now you're by yourself, you're on your own. So Alicia Fox and Oksana walks off, and so AJ says, I can't believe you guys wouldn't be nothing without me. So then she says, Layla, are you ready to come with me to the ring? And Layla says, you know, we are friends, but I gotta go try to talk to Alicia Fox. So she runs off. And so this leaves AJ by herself. So we go to the match. It's a decent match for the Divas division. All of a sudden, Natalya does something that I haven't seen before, and that is a double sharpshooter. She had a double sharpshooter with Brie Bella and Naomi all in one. Never seen it before. Plus, the main person they went out after in the match was AJ. But while Natalya had this death-defying sharpshooter locked in, AJ comes out of nowhere, kicks her in the back of the head, locks in a Black Widow. Natalya has nothing else to do but to tap. So she taps. My girl AJ still Divas champion. So we go on to the next match, which is Mr. Pay-Per-View Rob Van Dam, RVD versus Alberto. This was a good match. The crowd was behind RVD because, of course, we're in Detroit, Michigan, and RVD is from Battle Creek, Michigan. So the match is going back and forward. RVD doing what he does best. The crowd, like I said, the crowd's behind him. Alberto was getting in some good moves and stuff. But so the match finished when RVD tries to go for the 5-star, but is blocked when Alberto gets his knees up and he locks in the armbar. But RVD gets to the ropes, but Alberto refuses to let go at the count of 5. So the man is disqualified. So RVD wins the match, but he doesn't win the title. So after the match, Alberto attacks RVD and tries to finish him off with a chair, but the chair is taken by Ricardo Rodriguez, which gives RVD enough time to get up and hit the Terminator from the corner, leaving Alberto laying while RVD is holding the World Heavyweight title. So this tells you that I believe that Battlegrounds they will fight one more time, and hopefully RVD can get the title. So we go on to the Miz versus Fandango, a match that nobody really cared about. The only thing good about the whole thing was Summer Rae was out there dancing and everything. That was the only thing. The crowd wasn't into the match. They chanted Randy Savage and Summer Rae the whole time. And I think the best thing for Miz to do, in my opinion, is go back as a heel. Because at least when he was a heel, he looked a lot better in the ring. And if he wants, he could still use the figure four since Ric Flair gave it to him, but still. So then we go to CM Punk versus Paul Heyman and Curtis Axel. Paul Heyman, Curtis Axel in the ring. Curtis Axel holding a kendo stick. CM Punk comes out with a kendo stick. So the match started with both men killing each other with kendo sticks. So then CM Punk takes control. Then Axel takes control. They bring in chairs, tables into the play. But out of nowhere, CM Punk hits Axel with the go to sleep. And now it's Paul Heyman versus CM Punk all alone. Paul Heyman tries to run. CM Punk catches him, beats the man down with a kendo stick, handcuffs the man, and continue to beat the man down. While there's a table set up in the corner, the fans are saying, "We want tables." So the fans want CM Punk to put Paul Heyman through a table. But instead, CM Punk goes for another kendo stick shot. But out of nowhere, as soon as CM Punk turns around, he gets speared through a table by Ryback, the bully. And I think this is payback. This is payback to TNA from when they tried to steal the Shield's triple powerbomb. So then we go on to So then we go and the bully Ryback spears CM Punk through a table. And like I said, this is, I think, WWE's payback for TNA trying to steal the Shield's powerbomb. And Paul Heyman beats CM Punk. And now the question is Ryback a Paul Heyman guy? Or was just Ryback out there just to do what Ryback do, and that's bully people? So then we go to Dean Ambrose versus Dolph Ziggler, which was also two great wrestlers in the ring. These guys had a good match. It was a good match. Dolph Ziggler at one point he hit X Factor, Facebuster, whatever, off the top rope, which was nasty, you know. But at the end, Dean Ambrose proved why he's still the United States champion by coming out with the win. So right after this match, we go straight to the tag team match. The Shield versus the Primetime Players. Primetime Players came out to a good reaction. And you know, obviously the Primetime Players has been getting a big push ever since Derek Young came out of the closet. So it was a back and forth match. And at one moment, it looked like the Shield was about to lose the titles. I mean, Titus O'Neil hit the Clash of Titus on Seth Rollins in the middle of the ring. But Roman Reigns broke the pin up. He threw the beating down Derek Young in to distract the ref long enough for he could slide in the ring and spear Titus, and the Shield retains the title. So then we go to the main event. Randy Orton versus the Yes Man, Daniel Bryan. This is a back and forth match. Both men are going at it. It was a great match. So Daniel Bryan's, the crowd's behind him, of course. And Orton has something to prove that if he's going to be the face of the company, or was Triple H making a big mistake. So Daniel Bryan's pretty much giving it to Randy Orton this whole match. But then Randy Orton starts coming back and he starts giving it to Daniel Bryan. Next thing you know, the referee gets knocked out and he falls outside the ring. Another ref comes in. These two are going back and forth still, and Daniel Bryan even locked in a no lock, yes lock on Randy Orton, but Randy Orton gets to the ropes. And so then the referee who got knocked out in the first place gets back up. He tells the other ref, "I'm good, you can go to the back." And so the match continues. Daniel Bryan comes out of nowhere, hits the giant knee to the face, knocks out Randy Orton.